Is it just me, or is it like literally a jungle out there? Hi, I'm Emilie Rose, a teenage girl. You thought I was gonna like keep going, out to my identity? Well, for today, all that matters is that I can relate. Unfortunately, I, my friends, am a certified survivor of high school. So far, yeah. And you know what? It's lonely at the top. So my mission is to help everyone else survive so that we can all have minimal trauma together. Now listen, you might be suspicious of my qualifications, and I understand and I forgive you. Let me rephrase real quick. I am a self-certified survivor of high school. Therefore, I am qualified to help in this field. I'm going to give you my 10 morally grey tips on how to get through high school. I define getting through high school as passing your classes. Yes, all of them. Like eating lunch outside of the bathroom stall every now and then, like see some sunlight, not be depressed every day. That's kind of like getting through high school, Number 1. Okay, so this is going to sound mildly boring, but it works because I've done it myself and it made it slightly less horrific to go to school every day. Treat school like it's your job. And you probably heard that something similar than that before, but if you haven't, what it means is school is a concept. It just feels like a prison, like metaphorically and physically speaking. So if you just sprinkle in a little bit of like free will and the illusion of choice, then it kind of is less agonizing to spend time in attendance. For example, instead of I have to go to school today, you're like, I have a job to do. I'm building my future. Get it? Like all of a sudden it's a choice and you're making that choice and it's up to you, Number 2. Okay, so I know I told you, like in the first one, to like respect the system, go to school, treat it like a job, treat it like a workplace. But I told you these tips were morally grey. So, number 2 is find ways to cheat the system without cheating yourself in the process. Now, that sounds like complicated, but in essence, it means work smarter, not harder. Public service announcement, work smarter, not harder, does not mean use ChatGPT to answer all your questions. That is what cheating yourself looks like, because that is literally failure waiting to happen. Like if you use ChatGPT for everything, it might seem easy at first, but you're going to come across a day, you're going to come across a time when you need to know something that you didn't actually learn. So ChatGPT to help study, great, do that. ChatGPT to answer the questions for you. The ways to cheat the system without cheating yourself looks like doing basic study for the term in advance, and like doing all your homework early so that then you get to have your freedom back, you don't have to spend every day doing 3 hours of homework, because normally at the beginning of the term, if you do all your homework, then you're going to be like more motivated because you're going to be like, well, this is a new term, like I got to give it my all. So then by the end of the term you have no energy, beans left. So if you do it all at the beginning, then I guess it's kind of easier. It doesn't work for everyone because teachers keep the homework until each week to keep kids from doing just that. The concept is still applicable. In the first 3 weeks of school, absolutely a star student, and then you just fly under the radar for the rest of the time, Number 3, romanticize all of it. You're walking to class, like, is that what you're doing? Nuh-uh. Nope, not anymore. You're the main character in a coming-of-age film, having her hallway moment. You have to study. No, wrong again. You are Rory Gilmore, and Harvard is your dream, and you are not doing it out of motivation, but fear of being a failure. Music. Earbuds are your besties. Cute notebooks? Can't afford cute notebooks? Wrapping paper. Roll of wrapping paper. Drugstore. Buy it. Washi tape or sticky tape. Glue, whatever you have. Wrap your books in a cute wrapping paper for like $2 from the dollar store. And there you have it. Matching notebooks. But I'm dyslexic, let me just read. I've got a script, guys, because otherwise I would be totally going off the tracks. Find the sparkle in the mundane, and then suddenly everything is pretty and sparkly and fun. Like, you gotta find the glitter of the day, you know? Like, even if it's just one thing, like you see a butterfly and you're like, wow, that was a butterfly. Like, that's the happiness that you found, you know? That's the good, that's the positive in life. Number 4, daydreaming. Now, I understand that not everyone can do this naturally, but you should learn. Now, in order to master this one, you have to have a skill at getting out of things when you haven't been listening. If a teacher asks you what they were saying, you have to have an answer. That's where tip 2 comes in, tuning the system. If you know all your content, you don't have to listen. You know what it is. You can say, oh, we're looking at this and this and this. In theory that works. I'm not sure if it works in practice, but I'll let you know. So daydreaming. Because like without the voices inside my head, I would have been bored. A similar one is like games you can play by yourself, because not everyone has friends, no, but like not everyone has friends in their classes or in their group, so games you can play by yourself are good. Like daydreaming is kind of like a game, or like coughing every time someone says the word velocity in physics lesson. You probably get sent home. And isn't that just such a great coincidence? Like, having more time at home, away from school, away from prison, school. 5, stay out of the drama. Everyone says this, like, it's like the number 1 tip of like how to survive high school, but it's actually, no, like, some pretty more basic coming up. But everyone says this, but I mean it. And like someone's like, oh, did you hear it? Like, no, I didn't hear that. But also I don't really care. If you can completely keep it like out, like you can keep it yourself out of it, that's perfect. You can know about it, be in the loop, but you aren't the loop. Do you know what I mean? I'm kind of under number 5. Number 5 has got like a couple ones, but it's kind of all in the same one, is focus on yourself, kind of. Be confident, and if you aren't confident, like fake confidence. They did a study that showed people can't tell the difference between faking confidence and real confidence, and so that's basically like an invitation to pretend. Still be yourself, because that's the best kind of you, but if you need like a little booster, just pretend like you got it all together, girl. You know the answer, you know what it is. You should be the biggest cheerleader in your life. A lowly compliment, like someone tells you you're pretty, that shouldn't be the nicest thing that you've ever heard said about you. The nicest thing you've ever heard said about you should be your inner monologue constantly telling you that you're awesome. You can't let other people have that power over you of like saying the nicest thing you've ever heard, you know? Shadow work, self-love, yada yada yada. It works, but it's really hard and it takes time to really truly get through that deep stuff. If you can't honestly say that you love yourself, first of all, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I hope you know that you are lovable and you are loved. If you're allowed to feel how you feel, but you absolutely cannot let other people have a say in that. You can't let other people tell you how you feel about yourself, because they can't dictate that, because that's not right. Number 6, eat protein, you know, protein, and real foods. No teenager wants to eat breakfast, but your brain needs food to function. So, like, eat food. Some people might skip meals because of, like, weight goals, and no judgment, but you can eat food and still achieve your goals. And food is essential. And sometimes you need to think of it as, like, fuel rather than a meal. You don't need to enjoy it, like, every time you eat it. You just need to fuel your body. And think of it like you're a car, and you need fuel. Greek yogurt is great fuel. Yogurt, some honey, banana. Unless you don't like yogurt or you're lactose intolerant, might need to find a different source of protein. Can you be allergic to protein? I actually don't know. Number 7, sleep. Oh my goodness, the amount of people I know who get absolutely no sleep and then wonder why they feel tired, upset and crappy. You need sleep. And I know that everyone says it and that you probably won't take my advice because of what do I know. But listen, if you want to survive, you need to be awake at least like 76% of the time. School, like, you can't ask a student to do 6 to 7 hours a day, 5 days a week, like, if they're running on 3 hours of sleep. Excuse me? That's like asking a fish to climb a tree. You're not going to succeed. I don't know if that's a quote. I think number 8. Get a VPN to avoid the school Wi-Fi restrictions. I'm not sure if this applies to everyone. I'm just going to say personally, I didn't know this until a God-sent person taught me this. So my Wi-Fi at school is restricted, so you can only like have access to certain websites, and downloading a VPN like eliminates that. You can use everything, and obviously that's like bad in some ways because you got to be appropriate on school Wi-Fi. But like, as much as I believe in hard work, I believe passionately in fun. So I don't know, watch Netflix or YouTube or play games, take a break. Studying for 6 hours straight with no breaks is about as good as studying for 6 minutes. 6 hours? You can't push yourself to extreme limits. It's as good as pushing yourself not at all. Give yourself some slack. Number 9, talk to another human being. Okay, they aren't scary. They are scared. Think of them as ants. They might seem like a threat to you if you sit on them, but they are just defending themselves. I don't know where this metaphor was going. Go socialize. It will suck for a minute, and then it will suck some more, and then finally it will suck slightly less, you know? Because people can be mildly entertaining to exist with. Or like, if you don't want to, don't talk to anyone. Befriend the trees, whatever you want. But the trees, the people, find a friend. You know, that's what I'm saying. Don't be alone. Number 10. Learn to disregard unimportant people's opinions and advice. Like when a teacher tells you that your assignment is due, just disregard that. And then like all your problems go away. But see how I just gave you like really bad advice? Yeah, that's part of learning to disregard people's opinions. Like, care what other people think enough, but also not at all. But seriously, like, the haters are just a fan club in disguise, and you should thank them for boosting your ego. Okay. That concludes my 10 tips to getting through high school. Have a nice day, or a life, or a year. I don't know, however long. Okay, have a great day. Bye.